Okay. So the Helsinki region InfoShare has been established already 10 years ago, and at the moment we have over 600 datasets opened. It used to be only about sharing reports or Excel sheets or such, but these days it's mainly about APIs, so connection to different services. And it's been working out really well for us also in the tourism sector. One of the most famous applications using the open data is a company called MAS Global, which is a Helsinki-based company, and their service called WIM. It's a MAS service combining public transportation, bikes, taxis, rental cars, with only one monthly fee. And this has been already adjusted for tourism purposes as well. So they're using the open data from our public transportation system. It's been getting lots of awards around the world actually for the innovation. Another thing for the open data in tourism is our myhelsinki.fi website. It's the official tourism website for Helsinki, but it's not only for tourism, it's also for getting investments in Helsinki, and it's the overall international marketing platform for the city of Helsinki. And we've created an open API for all the content that is at our myhelsinki.fi website. This is really important for us, and we're kind of proud of it, that it's really working at the moment. So the idea is not for us to get all the customers to come to our tourism website. We don't think that we are the center of the universe, but we do want to get our data and content and be spread out as widely as possible. So it's the places, events, and activities, all from one API for anybody to use. It's open data. And one of the good examples using the open data from myhelsinki.fi is the WeChat, the Tencent company's huge WeChat program and their Helsinki mini program. So what the Chinese tourists at the moment can do when they arrive to Helsinki, they can use their own WeChat program and the WeChat Helsinki mini program. They get all the high quality data that we have created in their own language, and it's up to date all the time. So we don't have to upload the information to the Chinese partners. They're also using at the same mini program application, they're using the WIM application, which I just presented. So now they get all the good tourism related content in their own system, also all the means of transportation get to the places, and we don't have to do basically anything. It's all happening through the APIs. Also the WeChat Pay has been spreading quite well in the city. So in the end, they don't even have to use the local currency, they can just use their own WeChat Pay system. So this is a good example of the open data that we've been sharing and how it's being converted to real life. There are several other companies using the myhelsinki.fi content also. Blind Square is also a Helsinki-based company, which is quite spread around all around the world. It's been directed to blind people. It's a system which is location-based. So if you walk around in the city, it will give you directions where to go and explaining what's happening around you. So it's directed specifically to blind people. And Blind Square is also using our open APIs, open data, to get the maps to their system and also the content. Parkman is one really good example on who's using our open data. They're using obviously the parking data from the city. We have a really good event platform. It's been created in Helsinki, but it's actually spreading out in Finland to different cities at the moment. So anybody can push events through the APIs in this linked events service, and then anybody can take the events from the same service. So now the event providers don't have to upload their events into 10 or even 100 different platforms, but they can do it all through one service. City bike system is one example. As you know, we have pretty good winter here in Helsinki and in Finland. And one example of the open data that is being used is the conditions of the ski tracks. So all of this, when the machines go and do the ski tracks in the city, it's being shared through an open API, and then there are different parties using it. And this goes on and on and on. This is quite interesting application that's being used. We have a really big database on all the pictures from the city, and there's an application where if you walk around in the city, it will give you the old pictures location based from the place where you are. One of the most popular forms of data is the Helsinki's brochure events, which is updated monthly. For me, that's not that interesting. For tourists, it's being used really widely with journalists or other professionals. And this is an application also created on top of that. For tourism, one really interesting application is where should I start a cafe application, if you like, and it's combining several different data sources, open data sources, and trying to find the best locations for your company. So where the tourists or the customers are walking, and which are the areas where there are no restaurants or other services, and then combining all of this data for a new company to find the perfect location within the city. We have a really good Helsinki metropolitan area service, again combining several different data sources to this mainly for the locals. Greenery areas. This is really interesting. I didn't even know that this exists, but it's open data for the heat loss from the rooftops of Helsinki. I don't know how to use this in different applications, but this exists. And then a really interesting is, it's not that widely used yet, but we have one of the best 3D city models in the world available. And this is something really interesting for tourism as well. How could we use this 3D model of the city of Helsinki in tourism applications? It's also open and anybody can use it. Going to the research part, we of course have the regular overnight statistics. We have a tool called Visitori, and we can see the whole country's data and all the different areas and ours as well. We of course are following the Airbnb data and the harbor data, flight and all sorts of data from this Visitori service. We just bought a new service for us as well, which is called Benchmarking Alliance. Maybe some of you guys know it. It's quite well spread in the Nordics, and it gives us daily data of the overnight and RevPAR and all these key performance numbers from the city of Helsinki. So it's all daily numbers. It's really good for us. This is about research, but it's also kind of like an open data issue of the idea that we are not shy of sharing our own data. We are using Google Analytics at our website, like I guess all of you guys as well. And you probably know also the Google Data Studio tool, and we are using it together with different Finnish destinations and Visit Finland. I took the numbers away from this picture because I didn't have a permission to share it with the rest of the world. But the idea is that we are sharing all our Google Analytics data with different cities in Helsinki. So this is a really, really good tool for us to learn on what the tourists are searching for when they're coming to Finland. But we obviously the Visit Finland numbers are interesting for us, but then the major cities around Finland, Lapland for example, we start looking at which kind of projects are the most interesting thing in Finland, in different sites, or when the customers are coming and so forth. So we just used to look at our own website data, but now we can see all the major cities in the regions in Finland. This is really interesting. This is quite new for us as well, but yeah, there's no reason for us to hide the data from our colleagues from different cities. We're also looking at mobile data from the mobile phones, how these mobile going around in the city. I know that most of the cities in the world are starting to use this already, but we are doing as well. It's not that good for tourism because we're not quite sure how many customers are taking a certain mobile phone provider roaming network, so there's still some issues that we're trying to solve, but it's one tool. Also, really new thing for research, what we've been doing this summer is that we are collecting the Bluetooth signals of our customers from their phones. It's completely anonymous, so we cannot follow one particular mobile phone going around, but what we did this summer as a pilot is that when we have international cruise liners coming to the shore of the city, we pick up the Bluetooth signal from the customer's phone. They are saying that 80% of all the customers are using Bluetooth all the time. So we pick up the Bluetooth signal, and then we follow where the signal goes in the city in the major tourism attraction points and places where they might visit. This will give us a really good view on how the cruise line passengers are going about in the city and how big of a portion of the cruise line passengers are, for example, in the major tourism spots in particular time of the day. And it's actually given us really good new insight on the impacts of cruise line passengers in the city. And this was also a pilot, and we are going to spread it out next summer even more. This news is in Finnish, like you can see, but if you focus on the middle of the picture, there's a small white box on the bus stop sign. And this is from our public transportation company called HSL, and they put around 4,000 of these small boxes around the city. And it's working as a Bluetooth as well, but the other way around. So this small box is giving out the Bluetooth signal and nothing more. And then all the customers that are using the HSL application, so they're buying the public transportation tickets, they're using the application. And then when the application is on, it receives the Bluetooth signal from these 4,000 boxes. And this is also a really new thing, but this will give us a huge insight on how people are going about in the city. And we can also get really good data on tourists, on how they're using the public transportation. So this will give us the option in the future also to combine it with different applications. For example, the WeChat mini program or other applications that are available. And it can also send push messages. So this is really interesting for us, and we'll see what's going to happen with that. It's just in the starting phases. Of course, we are, this is also in Finnish, I'm sorry, but we are also following the opinion of the locals, how they feel that tourism is helping the city, or if there will be some negative connotations on tourism. But at the moment, the vast majority of the Helsinki residents think that tourism is very positive and almost no negative perceptions on tourism at the moment. But we are following it, and we can also in Helsinki see a bit of this over-tourism things on certain sites, on certain dates, but it's not as bad as somewhere else in the world. But we are following it. And then, of course, we are doing different kinds of surveys on what using the quite traditional way, or you guys are doing so probably. This is my own drawing, again in Finnish. but I just added here just to show the major idea that we are going to do within next year. So we have huge amounts of data from the internet, from the weather, from the overnights, from different companies, from airlines or airport operators or from Visit Finland. The idea is to connect all this data into one data warehouse and then create a really good dashboard for that and share all the data through an API to our companions in universities or companies, obviously. This is under progress. We haven't done it yet, but this is something that we will do, and then we will get a really good overview on the tourism development, also on the sustainable side. So then the sustainability things that we've been doing quite recently. We joined a couple of declarations from the UNWTO, the Lisbon Declaration, and the New Sultan Declaration. But these are just kind of lists that we are doing already. And it was no problem for us to join these declarations because they all make sense and are good in that way. We are aiming to be carbon neutral by 2035. We are pretty serious about that. And we have made a really big program with 147 different steps to take in order to achieve our goal. I'm not going to go through it extensively because it's a huge program and lots of things that I don't even understand about. This is just the summary of what's there, many small things. Tourism is quite often forgotten from these programs, or if not forgotten, there's just a side note, and that's what we are doing at the moment, our sustainable tourism program. It's going to be ready by the end of this year, and it's going to address also the carbon neutral goal for Helsinki. Helsinki was the first European city to deliver the sustainable development goal report to UN, and the second city in New York to do so. Also, this is also something that we are quite serious about, and also our sustainable tourism program will be built on top of the SDGs. We launched our Think Sustainably service for the My Helsinki FI website. This is especially for the tourism industry a really important and a new thing. So it's a service where we show our best sustainable services within the city. We made a criteria together with a local think tank called Demos.
Jukka.
There's a list of criteria that you have to fill.
Jukka.
And
Jukka, can you hear me? We have to come to
yes.
that. I'm sorry.
Say again?
We have to come to an end of the presentation, please.
Yeah, okay, a couple of slides. So this is something that is really new, and it's showing the most sustainable tourism products within the city. It's also current for the companies to work more closely with that. Then we're working together with Visit Finland with sustainability issues as well. They also have a really good tool for helping the tourism companies to become more sustainable, and if they do, they will get Sustainable Travel Finland label. Well, those are actually the main points that I want to show. There's lots of things happening. We have a really good green port. Our airport operator will be completely carbon neutral this year. Finnair has been considered the greenest air fleet in the world. We are working really closely with boats and their sustainability issues. Right. Let this be my last slide. Happiest country in the world is Finland.
Thank you, Jukka, very much for the presentation. Are there